Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all. Happy Thursday. Yo, thriving Thursdays, man. Hey Keon, I see you number one up on here. First one on for Thriving Thursdays. Good evening. How you doing today? You been rocking all day for real though. Good to see you. Journal J, what's up? J to J. You and Ari had an amazing success session this morning. So thank you so much for all that. Like y'all really brought all the fire. Hey Taylor, what's up? How you doing? Good to see you as always. Chaos Smoothies, always with us all day. Yo, is that Sam I see, yo? Hey Sam, you've been rocking all day too, trying to get consistent. I see you. Hey Kaya, they great K. What's up? How you doing? Missouri, what's up? We ain't seen you in a minute, Missouri. Taylor, could we talk about fear being an obstacle when trying to reach your goals and also touch on how fear in general can cause you to fail? Woo! Yes, that is a excellent topic to start us off on. You know, that's like one of my favorite things. Baby Barack, what's up, baby Barack? Yo, good to see you. Good to see you. Taylor, that topic, y'all, is so real. And if anybody has any comments about that topic, definitely drop those because I'm interested in how you think about that. Hey, Wavy Way, what's up? Cam, you crazy. We are taking a break from everything, but I mean, I guess I wasn't gonna label it a season two, I guess if you want. But yeah, we just, we taking a quick little break. Uh, and then we're gonna come right back. But yo, um, this whole fear thing, one of the first things, right, that I try to explain to people and let them know about fear is that all it really is a feeling. Like that's it. Like if you think about fear, fear is just a feeling. It's only an emotion, nothing more. It's not something that's staring you in the face. It's not something that is on your resume. It's not something that people can, visibly see, just like over you. Like fear is really just something that you feel. And the thing about fear is because of our make, right? And I'm talking about biological, because of how we are biologically made, there are literally like chemicals in our body that when we sense fear, it puts us into this thing called survival mode. And when you go into survival mode, it's a little different from person to person, but for the most part, that's when anxiety goes up. That's when you start to get this feeling of you are in danger, whatever danger is to you, and your body reacts to that. You could get headaches, you could get dizzy, you could start to lose like some of your sight, like literally, like some people get like hot flashes or cold flashes. But the thing about it is, and what the scientists and biology shows us is that all this is happening. Meanwhile, nothing is happening to you. It's all psychological. It's all happening in your mind because you got this feeling of fear. So when you think about fear, you really got to think about it as something that you have 100% control over how you react to. You might not necessarily have 100% control over what makes you fearful or when you become afraid, because sometimes like things just pop out of nowhere, right? Like you could be turning a corner and somebody could just jump out like, scared you. You can't necessarily control that feeling of fear that you get, but you can control how you react to it. So put that in the business sense, right? Let's take this over to goals and the things that we want to do in life. When we think about the idea of failing and what that could mean for us. And again, that can mean different things to different people. Failing could mean that you losing your house, you losing your transportation, like you are suffering in some type of way in terms of a loss, right? So you're thinking about all these things all while activating this fear inside of you. And then now you're starting to experience, all these different things that really are just kind of in your mind, right? So how you react to that. Some people react by just quitting, giving up. They say, you know what? I'm done with it. And whatever goal it was, they abandon that goal. Whatever dream they had, they kill that dream because now they don't want anything to do with that feeling of fear and they don't want to face that. Whereas so you got some people who may say, well, you know what? I'm going to take that as a challenge. I'm going to take that and, see how I can potentially overcome or how I can still manifest whatever this goal or whatever this dream is. And that's your choice on how you react. So the first thing that I would definitely say, Taylor, is recognizing that it is just a feeling and you have 100% control over how you react to that feeling. And then the second thing, in terms of goals and dreams and stuff like that, specifically, like, yo, the things that you are afraid of, that you conjure up in your mind, a lot of times, those are things that you don't even have to worry about. Like, those are things that'll probably never even come to fruition. But you can't in one breath, say that you want to do all these great things and say that you want to achieve all these great things, but then in the very next breath, allow yourself to be taken down by the things that could possibly go wrong. And when you think about, possibly, that's really all that it is. What if it goes right? Things could also possibly go right. Things could be even better than what you thought. And when you look at like basic statistics about, people who are goal chasing and people who are starting businesses and doing all these things in a professional realm, fear has killed more dreams than failure ever will. Like, it is fear that's killing people's dreams. It's fear that's making people say, nah, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. It is fear, not because they tried it and they failed and they weren't successful and they weren't able to get up, but just that feeling of, I don't want to fail. I don't want to do something wrong. I don't want to make a misstep. That's what's holding people back. And when you look at that, it's like, yo, really, you might as well say you holding yourself back. You might as well say that you holding yourself from achieving your dreams, from achieving your goals, if that's the attitude that you're going to take when it comes to fear. So that's just kind of, something to kind of get us started, to get us thinking about this idea of fear. And like I tell people all the time too, like, it is a totally natural feeling to feel fear. Like, it's totally natural. All of us have felt some type of fear in some type of way. But the thing is, yo, fear can't be in the driver's seat. Fear can be in the car with you. Fear can be a passenger, but you can't let fear drive. Like, you got to always be in control in terms of where you're going. You got to stay in that driver's seat and not allow fear to get in that driver's seat and you just riding shotgun, biting your nails the whole time. No, we can't do that. All right, let's look at some of these comments, but definitely y'all drop y'all comments on what y'all feel about this whole idea of fear. Jada, can we talk about the fear of change? Absolutely, we can definitely weave that in. Taylor, fear will take over your whole body. It absolutely will if you allow it to. Yeah, fear fear causes so much stress, so much unwanted and unneeded stress that it is absolutely crazy. They did this HR survey for professionals in America, and the survey was just basically seeing like what was like the base cause of employees going to the hospital, being admitted for like just like different diseases, like health stuff like that. And they found that over 90% of all the issues, health issues that employees and in America were facing, over 90% of them stemmed from stress. And I was like, yo, that is crazy if you think about that, yo. If you think about stress being the culprit for most of the reasons why we are having like health issues and stuff. I just thought that that was crazy. That just kind of blew my mind. And when they were looking at people who had like left their jobs or had quit their jobs and stuff like that, they were saying that the biggest reason wasn't because they didn't like the job or because they couldn't deal with the customers or the work, but because their boss was stressing them out so bad that they couldn't stand it anymore. Like, it's just crazy. It's just crazy how well it painted this picture of how detrimental stress can be on us. And when you think about this idea of just like fear, that's like us putting our own stress on ourselves, and it don't have to be that way. Wavy Way, what you talking about? Guess what? You making Wavy Way shirts? Hey, yo, as long as these shirts gonna be consistent, yo, long as these shirts gonna show up on time when they supposed to show up on time, and you ain't gonna get tired of making shirts, yo, I'm with it. I'll get me one, man. But make sure they the consistent Wavy Way shirts. But congratulations on that, though. That's what's up. Baby Barack said, adding on, can we talk about the difference between change that can benefit or break down your character? Absolutely, absolutely. We definitely can get into that. Y'all got some powerful topics today, y'all. I love it. This is amazing. Missouri said, can we talk about the fact that I'm sad because tomorrow is the last day? Hey, Missouri, don't do that, y'all. It's okay, yo. It's okay. We'll be back for season 2, yo, for YouthWorks. So yeah, man, July 13th, we will be back. Yeah, baby Barack. Fear can't control your life forever. No, fear really shouldn't control your life at all. Like for real, for real. And it is very important to just kind of have that attitude of fear has no place in your heart. Like fear is not welcome. Like it can come, but it can't stay. Because again, it is a very normal feeling, but it's what you decide to do with that feeling once you recognize that that's the feeling that you have. Like you either going to sit with it and allow it to babysit you, or you going to say, nah, fear, you got to get up out of here. And in most cases, the best way to get rid of fear is to do it anyway, y'all. Do it anyway. I don't care how afraid you are of something. You could be literally shaking in your boots, but you know what? Shaking your boots while you still doing it. Have that headache that you getting from being stressed out because you so afraid. Have that headache, but still be doing whatever it is. Don't let it stop your action. Separate what you feel from what you do. And when you can master that, yo, you really won't even have no problems with fear. Fear won't be able to touch you when you can master that. Now, you know how many times I was afraid to do something? But no, when your commitment is there, you just do it, because it don't matter what you feel. It matters what you're going to do. And at that point, you just got to do it and get it done. Baby Barack, I see you, man. The way I deal with those negative emotions are replacing them with not as bad similar ones. For example, replace fear with wonder. Absolutely. If you have the capacity to be able to do that, yeah, for sure. Missouri, fear was always one of the main things holding me back. It holds a lot of people back, Missouri. And that's why out of 100% of businesses that people start, less than 85% of them last past a year, all because of this whole fear thing. So yeah, you're not the only one, but you got to put yourself in that minority group of people who are not controlled by fear. Not allowing fear to dictate your steps and to dictate your actions. So absolutely. Jada said, I was reading a career edge book about fear of change. It was good. Cool, 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 cool. Fear, I was letting fear control my life till it realized it was a huge setback. Yeah, man. Fear will hold you back for years. Fear will hold you back from the biggest blessings. Yo, imagine this. I would not know none of y'all right now if I allowed the fear of failing when I started Heart Smiles to control my actions. I was afraid of a lot of things. First, let's start with the fact that I was afraid that I had zero education, like zero. I'm definitely no dummy by a long shot. You show me how to do something, I got it. And I was blessed with just like natural people and soft skills, communication, and all that. So stuff that people go to school to learn, I just kind of naturally had that. And when people with PhDs and degrees started talking to me and explaining concepts and stuff like that, I'm just like, oh, I already do that. Like y'all pay $50,000 for somebody to tell y'all that. Okay, I already do that. So I take that as my blessing. But for real, having zero education, having zero experience in the field that I was now passionate about just because one guy got killed. Like, imagine how afraid I was stepping into that. And don't forget, I was already established before Heart Smiles was a thing. I was already established in the professional world. Like, I was good and would have been good for the rest of my life. So imagine the fear that I had basically putting everything on the line. If Heart Smiles didn't go right, I'd have been homeless. Not homeless in the sense of sleeping on the streets, but I'd have been homeless having to go live back with my mom because that was one of the things that I had to set in motion when I started Heart Smiles. I made a phone call to my mother and said, "Mom, look, I really want to do this. I really need to do this. But if it don't work out, can I come back and stay with you if I lose my house? Because I might lose my house." Imagine how afraid I was of losing my house, something that I worked hard for. It's terrified. And who, as a grown person, wants to move back with their mother because they have to? Now, it's a different situation if you want to, and that's just, what you want to do. That's no problem. But if you have to because you just can't afford it, scary situation. Scary situation. And imagine the fear that I was feeling if I would have had to go and beg my job for my job back. What? You talking about fear? Had a lot of things to be afraid of, but never once did I allow that emotion to stop my action on what I committed myself to doing and what I knew I had to get done. Never once. Never once. It was not even a question. It was just go, 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 go. And if you fall off, then you fall off. You got to deal with it when you get there. Stop trying to deal with crap before you get there because that crap might not even get there. Imagine if I was trying to deal with being homeless whole time. I never even got to be homeless. Never even had to cross that bridge. So yeah, man, I definitely feel you on that. Um, Baby but Rock Miss Joni, can you talk about one of your experiences in the past where you let fear drive you instead of you, if there ever was one? Um, Baby John, that's a great question. I don't have any experiences like that in my adult life because I'm a very different person as an adult than what I was like as a teenager. Y'all would not even recognize me as a teenager because as a teenager, I was very insecure. I was very low confidence. I didn't know who I was and I didn't see what was special into me, inside of me until I got out of the community, until I was like out of Baltimore and I was really working in my professional workspace. That's when I started to see something special, in myself and when my confidence grew and when I really started to see the gifts that God had, blessed me with. But I would definitely have to say like the whole school thing. When I was your age in high school, like I let fear drive a lot of that. If I wasn't afraid of, what people would think and what the teachers would say and of looking dumb in front of the classroom when I got an answer wrong, if I wasn't afraid of all those things, I probably could have had a full ride scholarship to some of the best universities in this world if I would have applied myself. But that is definitely something that I regret. And definitely something that if I could change, I would, because I let fear drive that whole situation all the way to the point where I just stopped going and I wasn't even going. Like, that's how much fear was controlling my life. But thank God, growing into my adult self, I wasn't so far behind that I couldn't catch up. And that even though I hated school, I still loved learning and I love to know new things and I love to be able to do new things. So I just hated the idea of school, and I didn't have anybody, helping me to distinguish those differences. I didn't have anybody talking to me saying, well, Joni, it really don't matter, whether or not you like school, because your education is for you and not for other people. And you can hate school, but as long as you love learning, you can still get something out of it. I didn't have people talking to me like that. And I definitely didn't have anybody instilling in me that, college and education was a way out of poverty. Nobody was telling me that. And even though my mom was an example, because she went to school, that's not really what I saw. What I saw was somebody working their butt off 24/7, like just straight going hard for her kids. That's what I saw. And that's what I took out of that silent message that she was giving us, was that you got to work hard if you want to be successful. I didn't see the school part. The school part wasn't clicking for me. So that's definitely what I would have to say in terms of my past on what drove me. Um, Keon said, I'm fearful of something like an event or something, or I'm having some worry that I'll do bad. I'll sit down and be like, think about it this day. Keon, I definitely feel you, but you know what? Again, it's just one of those things where you got to separate what you're feeling from what you want to do. From what you want to do, decide what it is that what you want to do, and regardless of how you feeling, whether you scared or not, just go ahead and do it. Like, for real, for real. People call me this public speaker, y'all. I'm not no public speaker. People call me a person that is, somebody who can hold attention to large crowds and all that stuff. I don't necessarily believe that of myself. And the first time that somebody had asked me to do a commencement ceremony at a college, I'm like, what? You want me to talk to college students, people who have achieved something that I'll probably never achieve? Like, huh? What? And I could have easily turned it down, Keon. And I could have easily not went to the events. I could have easily not said anything and all that stuff. But what I didn't do, I didn't allow the fear or the lack of self-confidence, because I didn't see that in myself. I didn't allow that to stop my action. If you don't get nothing else from this conversation today, everybody, understand that regardless of what you feel, don't let it stop what you gotta do. What you feel on this hand, what you gotta do on this hand. Always go with what you gotta do. Uh, so I'll just think on it later. That usually helps me a lot. Yeah, thinking and reflecting always helps, for sure, for sure. Ken said, Ms. Joni, I think I need a little help for this biography for the conference. They need it for that. Okay, that's cool. You know what? We can probably go over that today. We got a call after this, right? So we can try to nail that out today, because I gotta do mine too. So Ms. Joni, can you play 713 in a lottery for me? I don't even know how to play the lottery, Cam. I've never played the lottery ever before a day in my life. The only time that I have ever participated in a lottery was like at work, when like the thing was real big and they was like, yeah, you want to put $2 in, and I didn't want to be the stupid person not putting my $2 in. The next thing I know, everybody millionaires overnight, and then they quit and I'm the only one working. But other than that, yo, I never played the lottery, yo. Never ever. All right. John, all right, y'all talk about the conference. That's cool, 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 cool. Commitment and consistency. Yes, yes, yes. Two of my favorite words. Yo said, I'm still tripping that yesterday was the last winning Wednesday for a little bit. I know, I know. We're going to be back though, y'all. We love it. Missouri, fear honestly was the main reason I didn't want to release my first album. Then it did great. I'm glad you got over that, Missouri. I'm glad you got over it. Um, am I surprised of things that I've done now? Heck yeah. What? Yo, man, Cam, yo, yes, yes, yes. I am completely surprised over the things that I'm doing now, that Heart Smiles is doing now. If you would have asked me, even when I first started Heart Smiles, like how successful we would be, where we are now would not even be an option for me. And we are still relatively small, believe it or not. We small, but doing big, big things for real, for real. And it's crazy because like my first draft of like my business plan and everything that I wanted to do, I'm not going to say it doesn't look nothing like what we're doing now, because the foundation, the core is still the same, but everything else, like how we're able to do things, the great team that I have, the partnerships that I have, never imagined none of that. Never even thought that it was possible for somebody like me on the totem pole of education that I'm on. Like never, ever, ever. In my mind, people with the education and the credentials and all that, those are the type of people that, get to do these type of things. But man, what now? Ain't nothing you can say. Ain't nothing you can say. It don't matter who you are, where you from, what you had, what you don't have. If you're looking for a living testimony on you can really make something out of nothing, then you got it right here. And that's why I'm so hard on people in terms of that whole accountability piece. Like, because most of y'all got more education than I'll ever have. The only thing that separates us really is just the drive and just the commitment. Like, y'all a whole lot younger than me, but it's very, very few of y'all that can outwork me. And that's like the only thing. That's like the only, but other than that, if y'all had my work ethic with your education, y'all probably be millionaires overnight almost. Like, and I'm not even lying, because those two things together literally makes you unstoppable, yo. Literally makes you unstoppable. Um, Maybe Barack said the strongest leaders can persevere and succeed. Survival of the fittest, yo. Absolutely. That's for sure. What made me figure out the name Heart Smiles? That's a great question. Actually, because my sister hated the first name that I came up with. The first name that I came up with was the family that prays together. Like, that was the first original name that I had wanted. And my sister was like, ew. She was like, that sounds like a Tyler Perry movie. She was like, you can do better than that, because she know how creative I am. And I was like, yeah, all right, I guess you're right. And the reason why it was that name, the family that prays together, was because when I first started out, I did want to incorporate some type of group home aspect into Heart Smiles, whereas though young people who didn't have a safe place to live, they would have a safe place to call home. And I was just thinking, like, the thing that keeps families together, it's just this idea of being together and praying over each other. And that was going to kind of be like the theme with that group home situation. But after my sister said that she didn't like it, then I immediately thought to myself, all right, any young person who comes in contact with this organization, what do I want them to feel? What do I want them to do? And I said, I want their heart to smile. And I said, you know what? Heart smiles. Yep. And I said, if we can have young people in a state of mind, in a state of being to where they are smiling from the inside out, then we know that we've done our job, because it's going to look different for each young person. Like, we can't have a cookie cutter approach to how we help young people get to success. But regardless of that approach, the young people that we're helping, if they are smiling on the inside, we're doing our job. And that's where the name Heart Smiles came from. And when I asked my sister, I said, what do you think about Heart Smiles? She was like, I love it. And I was like, yep, There you go, right there. There we go, right there. Hey, John said, please, HeartSmiles would have succeeded in any scenario you put it in. You ain't lying. John, you are not lying. And especially now that it don't depend solely on me, but when it depended solely on me, like I was determined because Heart Smiles could have easily been, any of these other organizations that start on Monday and then dead by the next Monday. And that's why I was on my guy so hard earlier. If y'all was watching Success Sessions, like that's why I was on him so hard, kind of like at the end, letting him know, like, look, don't be up here promising my people a whole bunch of things and then you don't come through. Because that consistency and that determination, especially when it's not going your way, and especially when it looks like it's going down, because trust and believe, Heart Smiles wasn't always on the up and up. Like it definitely was not. But carrying through those hard times is what really made a difference, because I could have easily just gave up and nobody would have never even known about it. Like for real, for real. What helped me build that confidence? So that's a great, great question. Definitely at the foundation of building that confidence, me realizing more and more the impact that I was having on other people. When I was in corporate America, that was like my first time, like really just kind of showing who I was and showing what I could do. And people was attracted to that. Like people would see just how I move and operate in the work environment, and they'd be like, oh, Joni, I want to be like you. People would literally be trying to sit next to me or work next to me just so that they can mimic my style. And I don't know if I shared this with you guys before, but my first promotion into management wasn't even because I officially applied for it. I was recommended because somebody who was already in management saw how I worked, and they went to the director on my behalf without me even knowing, telling that director they need to make me a manager like ASAP. And I wasn't even on the job for 90 days yet. And the rule was before you even was considered for management, you had to be with the company for at least 6 months. I wasn't even 90 days in, and somebody saw something in me that they wanted to replicate throughout the workplace. So that was very instrumental in helping just to build my confidence, because I saw that, you know what, I really do have influence and I really do have impact over other people. And as long as I continue to use it for good, then I can do my part in creating more good in the world. And from there, it was just kind of, like up and up. And y'all know I spent a lot of time at McDonald's too. And even though people looked down on that job as, McDonald's, because it was fast food, it was a lot of people like customers and stuff like that who used to always give compliments, like when I was in charge. Or at like my particular stores and stuff. And that right there was a confident booster as well, because here I am, a teenager, managing people who were in their 20s and 30s and all that. And I got the best running store. Like now they want me to help at other different stores. So like, that really, really helped my confidence as well. But foundationally, I had to see in myself what God had put there. And once I saw that God ain't put no dummy in there, that he put somebody who was capable, somebody who was hardworking, somebody who could actually learn. Like once I saw that, the world really couldn't tell me nothing after that. Then I knew that everything that people used to tell me, I knew that it was a lie. I knew that it was a lie. No, Joni, you ain't dumb. That classroom setting just wasn't for you. No, you ain't stupid. You can actually learn. Those teachers just wasn't patient enough, and they didn't care enough to really find out who you were. They were just kind of classifying the class as bad. And because you didn't know, automatically you just bad too. So you get treated like that as well. So yeah. Yo said we should do a Q&A in the future. Hey, whatever y'all want. I'm always down for that. Whatever you want to do. I wouldn't speak in class out loud because of fear. Yeah, me too. I feel you. And I regret it. I could have been so much further, so much faster if I would have taken education seriously. We always picking up everybody else's brains, but we really pick her. It's all good because I'm always around. I mean, I'm just always around, so it's all good though. Uh, act like you the only one in the room. Absolutely. Yo says I'm always ready. Look, hey, baby Barack, how can I tell you something if I don't give you an example of it? Like I'm real big on that. Now it is some things, I ain't gonna lie. It's some things that I'll tell you that I don't necessarily put into practice, but I'll tell you that up front. Like high school don't apply to me right now, So yes, I'm going to be on you about doing your homework and getting your grades and all that type of stuff like that. But I will definitely be the first to admit that I didn't do that. And I'll say, look, learn from my mistake. But most things that I tell you guys, like 99.9% of the time, when I'm telling you something, it's because I practice it in my own life, and you will have a real example if you pay attention to what I'm doing. So if I'm telling you to stay ready so you ain't gotta get ready, trust and believe you'll never catch Miss Joni slipping. Not even on a sick day. I don't even think y'all can even tell when I'm not feeling well. That's how dedicated I am to the fact that when you show up, you gotta show up. Now, if I'm feeling that bad, then you're just not gonna see me at all. If that's the case. And that is rarely the case. Maybe when I had my motorcycle accident, but other than that, no, I would be broadcasting live from the hospital bed. Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm still here. Say hi to my nurse. Like, that's how that's going to be. Never feel intimidated when you go in any room. Absolutely. You can tell what she's saying, something scripted, and that's the genuine aspect. Oh, thank you so much, baby Barack. I really appreciate that. No, Thriving Thursdays are never scripted. Like even when we were in person, like I would have, like my agenda and my notes or whatever, but any message that I wanted to send to you guys before y'all went off to y'all different tracks with the mentors and stuff, no, it was always from the heart and it was always relevant to whatever is going on. So thank you for that compliment. Yeah, I appreciate it. What college was it? Morgan. It was Morgan. And Cam, I was like, y'all got the wrong number or something? Like me, Joni Hollifield? Like, yeah, like I was in total disbelief. You want self-reflection, go to Miss Mo sessions. You absolutely right. Yo, Miss Joni, the thing is, even though you don't possess some of those credentials, you have the necessary life skills. You have those command and attention ideas that need to be shared. Like seriously, hey, thank you so much, baby Barack. I appreciate that. But I can't even sit up here and say that I wish I didn't do anything differently. A lot of people will say, yeah, I'm successful. I wouldn't change anything. Yeah, I'm right where I want to be. I love where I'm at. I wouldn't do anything over. I have no regrets. I'm not one of those people. I'm not one of those people. I wish that I could say that I was, but I'm just not. Yes, I appreciate the road that I traveled to get to where I am, but I don't necessarily appreciate it for me. I appreciate it for the people that I can help because of that. Because I've had, similar experiences and because I literally come from nothing, I can talk to people on our level who come from nothing. And a lot of people can't do that, because they forget where they come from and they forget what it's like before they had anything. But I can still smell not having anything. And that's why I work so hard. Like I said, when I was a young little girl, I knew I was not supposed to be in poverty. I knew I wasn't supposed to be poor. So I appreciate having those experiences because it allows me to, connect with people who are still stuck there. But trust and believe, yo, if I could do it over again, I would be at the top of the class. I would be in every honors situation. I would be doing all the college tours. I would be at master's level somewhere, probably have a PhD by now. Like seriously, like I seriously would have taken education as my route to get out of poverty, and also as my route to change the world and build something great. Because I truly do believe in my heart that even though we've built something great and we have something amazing, we would have had something a lot faster and a lot stronger had I done what I needed to do when I had the opportunity to, in terms of education. Like, for real, for real. Yo, what do you mean, yo? Pick three straight. Yo, write a book. Everybody keeps saying write a book. Is a book in the works? I guess the real answer is no. Everybody keeps asking me to do that. Y'all met Miss Emma today. Cam, you already knew Miss Emma, but Miss Emma was gonna help me write a book because that's just not something that I'm gonna be able to sit down and do. Number one, and then just number two, it's just like I don't really see the full value yet. I get why other people may see the value, so I would definitely do it if it would be a blessing to somebody else. But y'all know I do have one book, right? But the book isn't about me because I didn't want my book to be about me. I'm like, why somebody want to read about my story? I wanted my book to be a tool to help people. So the book that I have is a goal journal. And I think I shared that on one of these Thriving Thursdays. It's a goal journal. And when people ask me like how I was able to build something so quick and something so good, I'm like, here's the strategy right here. I did this every single day for 3 years straight. This is what I did. And that's my goal journal. And that's the book that I have. And right now, I normally only sell those in bulk. So when people buy them, they buy them like maybe 50 at a time, 30 at a time at minimum, something like that, like companies buy them. And it's a whole presentation that I do with that book. If a company purchases, like, let's say like 50 or 100 books. So I'll get the books delivered to them and I'll go and I'll do this presentation specifically talking to them about how to use this book and why it's so important. And at the end of it, I kind of end with something like, this book, what it's going to help you develop is something that is critical to success, which is a habit. And that habit is set a goal, meet the goal. And it's just that repetition, set a goal, meet a goal. And that's all I did. That's all I did every single day. I set a goal, I met that goal. I did not close my eyes. I did not I did not do nothing until I got whatever goal I said I was going to get done. And it was just as simple as that. And then talking about my foundational things that I did every single day, like intentionally reflecting on my day so I can get my lessons. I was trying to be one of the most successful people that I could make myself to be. And I know that successful people get lessons from reflecting. But you know what? I can't wait a week, a month, a year after the situation happened for me to get that lesson. You know how you just be thinking and all of a sudden you be like, oh yeah, that's why that happened. But the thing happened like a year ago. No, I'm in a different space in terms of success. I need that lesson now. I can't wait no year. So I got to reflect on my days now, especially the things that go wrong and say, okay, this was my lesson from that. This was the lesson I was supposed to learn from that and get my lessons out. And then every single day, 3 years straight, I cut off something that was not connected to my success. Every single day, I looked at my life, I looked at everything. 360, what do I need to cut off? Because that's dead weight, that's holding me down. And those are the things that I talk about when I do that presentation, like on how to use that book. And like my final message is, if you do this book for the 60 pages, for the 60 days that's in there every single day, you will have a habit now that you will just habitually do every single day now without even thinking about it. Without even thinking about it. Now you just got this habit. So that's that book. That's that book. But as far as the storybooks, I don't know. We're going to see. All right, let's see. Y'all could be on the marketing team. Hey, yo, you crazy. You got to be disciplined to compete with Miss Joni. Hey, baby Barack, you ain't never lied. You definitely got to be disciplined. But it's crazy because you can't even compete with somebody that ain't even in your race. Like, yo, I'm on the sidelines watching people now. I'm not even in their race. People be thinking they competing with me, man. And I let them think that if that's going to be their motivation. But baby, trust and believe. You can't even see my lane. Yo, let's see. Naeem said, I never face fear when it comes to success. You gotta face fear, Naeem, and you on your way to the top. You see, I got you was about to be like one of your first paying clients. And I told her up front, you start at 300. So it's going to be a lot of things that are going to scare you as you travel this route. So you got to get this under control now. Yo, write it somewhere so you see it, yo. You can feel it. You can feel fear, but you can't act off of fear. Can't do that. Not at all. Y'all are crazy. Let's see. Khadijah made 150 cupcakes last night. Yo, Deja is a beast, yo. Deja is a beast, and she's one of my old mentees too from corporate America. That I'm like, yo, you already got it in you. All you gotta do now is believe in yourself. Like, she's a straight beast. I can't wait for her to really take off and get the credit that she deserves. Like, for real. We'll say I'll be trying to ship smoothies soon, hopefully. Yeah. And then next thing you know, Chaos Smoothies gonna be in Giants, gonna be in Wise, gonna be in Shoppers, gonna be at Whole Foods. Yo, you gonna get there for real, for real. I can't wait. Missouri said, when I get sick. Exactly. Exactly. People forget, like, yo, I'm human too. So, I get sick sometimes, but you know what? Sick can't win the day. Sick can't win the day. Unless it's like something detrimental, like, nah, we gotta keep it moving. And like, that's how dedicated and that's how committed I am to where I gotta go. Yo said somebody found them tumbleweeds. Hey, yo, you are crazy. What year was it? Because we know you reaching half 100. What you talking about? You talking to me on that, yo? What year? You talking about my motorcycle accident? That was I wanna say that might have been in like 2013, maybe. Yeah, it might have been in like, yeah, I'm thinking it was probably in like 2013 because it wasn't that long before I started HeartSmiles. I started HeartSmiles in 2015. Oh, the commencement speech. The commencement speech, that was, let's see, I started HeartSmiles in 2015. That was something like 2016, something like that. Yeah, that was that was not long after I had started HeartSmiles. I had got some recommendations. I don't even know who was recommending me, but I got some recommendations. Like, that was like 2016 or so. I should know these things, right? All right. Yo said not on the thriving through. Hey, y'all is so dumb, y'all. I cannot. I cannot. All right, let's see where y'all at. You know we can't trim a thing. They just ghetto. It's just going to be on here ghetto. Because I can't. All right, where we at? Yo said he getting the big 300. Hey, look, don't be confused. 300 is where he's starting. That's where he's starting. That's bare minimum basic. You never know. You might be push that baby up to about 5, 6, 700, depending on what you want. And that's why when you guys do that, when you do that meeting, that introduction meeting, that's why you really, really, really got to do a great job on, talking about all the features, things you can do, things you can't do, and all that, and really kind of narrowing it down. All right, here's the basic features. Here's what you get basic for the 300. And if you want to add on, add on $100 from there. So yeah, that's just your starting point, baby. That ain't where you end at though. Trust and believe. You be done double that. Yo said I'm finna be sitting in the office at the top with a pantsuit on. Yeah. Yo, now he ain't gonna need a whole team, yo, by the time it's all said and done, because he's gonna have to be busy making the apps and he's gonna need other people to do like these meetings for him and get his clients and to really, help him build this thing out while he just focus on creating the apps. So yeah, this about to be a big thing. I already know. Yo said a Chaos Smoothies t-shirt, dress or something. Hey, yeah. I know that's right. Listen, 1,500, I feel you. I feel you, man. Yo, look at this daggone time already, yo. It's feel like we kind of just getting started a little bit though. It's crazy. Um, where we supposed to be at? Didn't we have a couple of questions um around fear? Let me see. 300 occasion. Look, I'm done with y'all. I'm absolutely done. Let me know if y'all think we covered it about fear, or if y'all had any other questions just around this idea of fear, or if anybody feel like they still struggling with it. Like, who feels like fear still has power over them? And when I say power over them, I mean power to make you not do something that you want to do, or power to hold you back from trying something. Like, who still feels like that? Anybody? It'll say when I'm at the top, I'm gonna be like, and I was trained under Miss Joni. I feel you can't compare your move. Hey, baby, but right, yo, you already, yo. Yes, you already. Man, yo said, move, yo. I know that's right. Miss Nia asked me to be a part of an opportunity. Hey, that's what's up. That is amazing. Congratulations. Yo, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, when you doing what you gotta do and demonstrating who you are in your work ethic consistently, the opportunity is gonna come to you, y'all. People gonna look to you for those opportunities. Same thing with Dr. K and the Healing Alliance opportunity and stuff like that. She could have picked any nonprofit in Baltimore. Y'all know how many nonprofits it is in Baltimore? It's something crazy. It's like over like 5,000, something like that. She could have picked any one of them, but she picked HeartSmiles. She picked HeartSmiles because she knows the type of leaders that we produce, and she knows just the foundation that we instill in our heartbeats, and she trusted that. She trusted that. Like, yo, that is definitely not no small thing. So Cam, shout out to you, yo, because it's great when you can be noticed for your work and for who you are. And you doing all this now at your age, man, what? You gonna be a billionaire 10 times over by the time you reach 25, yo. I already know it, yo. I already know it. You doing the hardest work now. By the time you get to like college age, early 20s, people ain't even really gonna be able to get in contact with you for real. Like, yo, you're gonna be doing major big things, yo, and that's for real. So I appreciate just having the opportunity to work with you now and to be able to see the progression now. Cause when you become the Beyonce of smoothies, I'm gonna be like, yep, I knew her when she was just a Kelly. Yo said I'm giving it all back. Yep, I know that's right. Yo, and that's for real, yo. Shout out Cam, yo, because Cam got a $50 blessing today and donated it right back to Selfless Sundays, yo. Like, how amazing is that? Y'all know she's on the Career Edge Youth Works leadership team, so helping to shape what the summer is going to look like for a lot of youth work kids. And like, people wasn't really making like the videos or whatever, but Cam was definitely one of the people who took the extra step to make the videos, so she got a blessing. And she could have easily just kept it to herself, like it was hers. But Baby girl said, nah, I'm donating that to Selfless Sundays. Like, yo, that's amazing, yo. I love it, yo. And that's how you keep your blessings coming back, yo. Shannon put hers to Selfless Sundays too. Yo, that's amazing, yo. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Yo, that's amazing, yo. It's people, this $50 that they donated, y'all. And I mean, okay, of course, we know $50 not a lot of money, but at your age, that's a lot of money. Like, ain't nobody really just walking around with $50 in their pocket, because if they was, they wouldn't be asking me to cash app them $10. So $50 is a lot of money. And for them just to say, yo, I'm giving it away, I'm donating it back. Yo, that's a big deal, yo. Y'all gonna be blessed forever, yo. Y'all gonna be blessed forever. And that's what people don't be understanding, yo. When you trying to hold on to stuff and keep it tight and not share with nobody else, you got more than enough and you not helping nobody else, you don't get no blessings like that. You don't get nothing good coming to you. But yo, get them blessings. Oh, Cam, it's real, yo. I had to turn my cash app request off. I turned it off. You can't even request no cash apps from me. And really, I got two cash apps, and people don't know, but somebody figured out that I had two cash apps and gonna send me a request from the other one. So I had to turn the request off on that. And I'm just like, yo, don't send me no cash app request, yo. I'm not doing it, yo. I'm just not doing it. But most people now, when they sending me requests, they just DM it to me. But I always kind of say the same things, especially when it's somebody who's not consistent coming around. I say, yo, you sitting out here begging me for money when whole time you could be getting some of these opportunities if you was just showing up, making your own money. Like, what would you rather do? Ask somebody for money or earn it yourself? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't get that. And I'm never feeding into that mentality. I'm not saying I don't help people. Y'all know I help people all the time. But I don't want to be one of those people that is feeding a bad habit, you know, like giving a crackhead more crack. Like, no, like I want you to get clean. I want you to be able to take care of yourself. I want you to be able to do for yourself. Like, nah, I don't get no pleasure or joy out of people having to depend on me. I don't want you to depend on me. Some people like that. It's a whole system that thrives off of people having to depend on them. They need you to depend on them, because you know what happens when you stop depending on them? They ain't got no job. The system crashes. Now people don't get to feed their family when you stop depending on them. So they gotta have the system of where you are dependent on them. I ain't with that. I ain't with that. Kind of like the same thing with the guy that run Murder Inc. I don't know if it's true now, still to this day, but when we was in our Murder Inc. beef and he ended up blocking me and all that, he depending on y'all to kill yourselves so that he can post it and make advertising money. Like, that's what he needs. That's what he wants. So at that time when I was beefing with him, it wasn't in his best interest to promote something positive, because you promote something positive and, oh, guess what? People see it's something positive happening in the city. They want to be involved in it. Then what happens? You reduce the number of murders. You reduce the number of people who are in the wrong place at the wrong time. You reduce the number of kids who were just hanging outside. He didn't want that. Yeah, I was beefing with Murder Inc. Baby Barack. That was a big deal too. Like, it was a really, really, really big deal. And I was beefing with him because we were doing a trip to New York. We was taking 50 kids to New York. And basically we had this partnership with the University of New York. So we had basically had like the whole space, and it was going to be this Baltimore versus New York situation in terms of the arts. So we had rappers, singers, all that from both sides, from Baltimore and New York. People from Jersey came, all that. We had food, it was amazing. We had DJs, all that or whatever. And it was kind of like this battle or whatever, Baltimore versus New York. And I had asked the Murder Inc. people to post it, and they said, no. Nah. And I said, yo, so you don't want to post these teenagers doing something positive? We're offering a free trip to New York. Basically, all you gotta do is show up, meet us at Bloomberg, whatever, do your parental permission slip, all that, and something positive. Get kids out of Baltimore, let them see something different. But you don't want to promote that. I said, but I guarantee if one of their brains got shot out, you would be posting that. So that's what you need. You need one of my kids to get murdered for you to post them. And that's just how that was. Like, yo, that was, I had lost all respect. And then one of the comebacks was, he got a daughter to feed. And I'm like, yo, my daughter will starve before I feed my daughter off of the blood of young Baltimore. Nah, I'll find a better way to feed my daughter. And like, that was just something that I just couldn't respect. I just couldn't respect it. Yeah, that was a big deal. That was a big deal. Yeah, man. Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. Yeah, Cam, that trip was so much fun, man. I can't wait till we get back to doing our trips and doing stuff and all that or whatever. Yeah, we got so much stuff to catch up on, y'all. When Rona has left us behind, yo, and we can actually do stuff, we're gonna have a lot of good stuff playing, yo. But you know, it's gonna be for the people who want it. I ain't fussing with nobody. Yo, we passed our time, yo. I hope we got to everything we were supposed to get to. But that's it, y'all. We gonna be officially taking a small little break, a small little intermission, y'all. But it's all good. We definitely gonna be back. So I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow, hopefully. If y'all jumping on Success Sessions, y'all. 10 a.m. or as people like to remind me, 10:55. No, not 10:55. Ooh, I said that wrong. 9:55 or 9:54. But yeah, man. Yeah, it ain't no excuse, baby Barack. All these opportunities, it's no excuse. That's why I don't be feeling sorry for people. That's exactly why I don't be feeling sorry for people. Now, for somebody who's showing up and who doing the best that they can, I got you. I got you. Because then we might need to work out something different. But like, yo, you're not even trying. I ain't got no rap, yo. Somebody new signed up for Success Session for you for, yes, Naeem, somebody did. He actually hit me up and said that you told him to hit me up. So thank you so much for that. Absolutely. Yo, I love it when you guys refer more young people to us, because that means we got to get more opportunities. And the more and more young people that we add to the fold who want and need these opportunities, the more and more that we are able to open things up to get more things done. And also, the more that we can put you guys who've been rocking with us in leadership positions to be over some of the new people that's coming in. So it all works. It all works. So thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. I appreciate it. Can I sign up even though I'm in New Jersey? You know what, Missouri? You can't necessarily sign up, but you can join because it's still going to be open. It's going to be open on YouTube the same way that we do it now. The only difference is the kids who are in Baltimore through YouthWorks, it'll count as their YouthWorks summer work site. But you can join, y'all. That's what's up. I'm glad I did because I knew he was willing to do things by any means. Yep, that's right. That's right. Yo, Focus Friday. Yes, 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 yes. I'm trying to figure out when I'm gonna do a Focus Friday tomorrow because we really gotta have like our music and all that stuff, yo, without getting cut off. And last week they cut me off and took away my live button, so like I couldn't even get back on. Like, yo, it's crazy. So for tomorrow, we might do a Zoom Focus Friday. I don't know, just so we can turn the music up, we can really vibe out, you know, celebrate our last day without having to worry about the Instagram haters. So I don't know, I'm thinking about it. We might do it. If I do that, then what I'll do is I'll put the Zoom link in my Instagram bio just so anybody can come in. And I'll probably put the function on where it just kind of mute everybody as they come on and we can just kind of use the chat box or something like that. Yo, Instagram be hating big time. Yay, congrats on your marketing job. Missouri, I know you want to get paid. And you know what, Missouri, you stick with us. We can definitely figure out a way for you to get paid. It definitely won't be through YouthWorks, but we can figure out ways for you to get paid because it's a lot of stuff that we're doing virtually right now. One of the easiest things you can do, like right now, $75. I know it's not a lot, but it's something, and um you get to be featured on the Hopkins website. Connect with Jada and do one of those essays, yo. Do one of those essays. That's an easy $75. And your work will be featured on a global site, yo. And that work can lead to more work. And you were talented enough to do it. So, like, yo, definitely do that. Definitely do that. Yo, social media is definitely be hating on us. Definitely. I know that's right, Missouri. Yo said I'm staying regardless, paid or not. Yo, that's that winner's attitude, that winner's mentality. Um, and that's exactly how I do things. And y'all can fact check this with Miss Emma. I do not get paid for the work that I do, y'all. I do not get paid for the work that I do. I don't take money, y'all. I put the money right back into HeartSmiles. How do I take care of myself? You might ask. If I don't take money for the work that I do, y'all know I got a leadership consulting company. That's where I get my money. That's how I'm able to take care of myself, treat myself to nice shoes and stuff every now and again, because I can hit them in the head with that good old invoice when I do a leadership training. But Missouri, we here with that because that's my attitude as well. Especially when it's something that's of value and something that's benefiting. Like you ain't always gotta be looking for the check. The check won't come. People want to pay me. People want to pay me. And I'm like, okay, just make the check out the HeartSmiles then, please. I'll consider that my payment. But y'all, we way over, y'all. I'm about to let y'all go for the night. I got a meeting in a few minutes with Cam and Baby Barack, because y'all know they about to rock that national stage next week. So make sure y'all connect with Miss Mo so y'all can be on the watch party so y'all can hear them kill it. But yeah, yo, I will see y'all when I see y'all tomorrow. I'll see y'all tomorrow. We got a little bit of daylight out here, y'all. Be productive. Do something productive. You can do something productive for at least 45, maybe 50 minutes or so. Don't waste the rest of this sunlight, yo. Go do something. All right. I'll see y'all later.